Hello, everyone, and welcome to Huntoon Field in Oregon. The Oregon Panthers boys soccer team taking on the visiting Brookfield Central Lancers out of the Greater Metro Conference. Thanks so much for joining us here on OCAmedia, a presentation of Oregon High School Sports. As I said, it's the Panthers boys varsity soccer team, and they are on a tear here. We brought you their game on Tuesday when they defeated Watertown 5-0. That win put them on a 7-game winning streak. They are 8-2 on the season, on top of the Badger South with a 3-0 record in the Badger South. But they've got a tough opponent tonight in Brookfield Central. As I mentioned, they come from the Greater Metro Conference. Right now, Brookfield sitting on a 5-3 record overall. That's good enough for second place in the Greater Metro. And they have done some damage to their opponents over this season so far. They are 5-1 in the Greater Metro Conference. They have lost their 2 non-conference games. They're behind only Marquette, who is 5-0. So really tied with Marquette at the moment, though Marquette has an extra game to play over the visiting Lancers. As you're looking at them here, the Lancers are on our right. They're in their traveling whites. Home team Panthers on the left as we get warmed up and get ready to start this game today. Looking at the Lancers' schedule, they started off against West Allis Hale, defeated them 7-0 to get the season going. Beat Wauwatosa West 4-1. They fell to Madison West, local team out of the Big 8, 1-0. Then they beat Wauwatosa East 4-0. Lost to Oconomowoc 3-1. Lost to Marquette 5-0, and Marquette is the team on top of the Greater Metro Conference. And now they're on a 2-game streak, having defeated Germantown 2-0 and Menominee Falls 4-1. The Panthers were in action on Tuesday, as I said. They took on the Watertown Goslings, had a heck of a game, scored 3 goals in the first half, 2 in the second, to make it a 5-0 win. After the 3rd or 4th minute into the game, there really wasn't anything for the Goslings to do. They did not have a solid offensive opportunity after that point. The Panthers just played smothering soccer, did not allow the ball onto their half for very long at all. And I mean, I'm not trying to exaggerate. The Goslings really did not have a decent offensive chance for essentially the last 86 minutes of that game. We're just about ready to get underway here. Both teams will be lining up shortly. We do want to take a moment to thank our generous sponsors, and our 2018 sponsors help us bring you OCAmedia sports programming just like this. They include the Oregon Community Bank, Feel Good Banking, Torhorst Insurance, your hometown insurance agency that's doing big things, Stoughton Hospital, Oregon Urgent Care, and Sports Medicine Clinic. Trusted care close to home. Sonny's Kitchen, serving great coffee, delicious home-cooked meals, and award-winning desserts, located in downtown Oregon. Oregon Tax and Consulting, serving the Oregon community since 2001. See Jim for small business and personal tax services. The Oregon School District, actively building competence, character, culture, and community. Firefly Coffee House and Artisan Cheese, located in the heart of downtown Oregon, offering fresh bakery, daily lunch specials, soups and salads, along with a full case of hand-selected small-batch Wisconsin cheeses. The Oregon Chamber of Commerce, promoting, informing, connecting, and advocating for local businesses and the Oregon community. And finally, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Please consider being a part of your athlete's success and become a booster today. Check out OregonAthleticBoosters.com for details. You can see the teams in the handshake line before the start of the game. The Panthers ranked number 7 in Division II. That ranking was as of the 17th before their game against Watertown. So big win against Watertown, and if they can pull out a win here, you've got to imagine they're going nowhere but up in those state rankings. As we look back at that game against Watertown, Colin Bierke, Garish Russell, Zach Schultz, Zach Bennett, and Madison Kondua all scored. Zach Bennett and Nick Borden had 1 assist each, so a total of 12 points on the night for the Panthers. If you're not familiar with soccer statistics, you get 2 points for a goal and 1 point for an assist in the official record keeping, so 12-point night for the Panthers as they cruise to a 5-0 win over Watertown. We're going to send you over now to PA announcer Jim Vogt as we get the starting lineups and the national anthem. You're listening to OCAmedia's presentation of Oregon Panthers boys soccer.
I was turning on the...
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Huntoon Field for tonight's WIAA non-conference boys varsity soccer match between the Brookfield Central Lancers starting lineups. For Brookfield Central, at defender, a junior number 4, John Bowencheck. At defender, a senior number 5, Mark Nemchek. At midfielder, a junior number 6, Matt Richter. Starting at forward, a sophomore number 7, Nick Hirano. At defender, a junior number 11, Austin Eng. At forward, a freshman number 12, George Katsonis. Starting at midfielder, a sophomore number 14, Silas Martins. At forward, a senior number 15, Josh Thistle. At defender, a freshman number 18, Andrew Rohde. At forward, a junior number 20, Warren Trice. And in goal, a senior number 1, Daniel Yerk. The Lancers are coached by Daniel Mackel. And now for your Oregon Panthers! Starting at midfielder, a junior, number 2, Colin Bierke. At midfielder, a senior, number 3, Colin McCombs. Starting at defender, a senior, number 4, Johnny Coughlin. At midfielder, a senior, number 5, Harish Russell. Starting at forward, a senior, number 6, Carter Hendrickson. At forward, a senior, number 8, Madison Kondua. At defender, a senior, number 11, Zach Raskos. At midfielder, a senior, number 18, Zach Bennett. Starting at defender, a senior, number 19, Ian Moran. At defender, a senior, number 24, Nick Borden. And in goal, a senior, number 0, Duncan Morgan. Your Panthers are coached by Chris Mitchell, assisted by Kevin May and Andrew Krenz. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, to honor America, would you please rise, remove your hats, and join in singing our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Brookfield Central High School, Oregon High School, and the WIAA require good sports sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and on grounds for removal from the site of the competition. On behalf of Oregon Sports Administrator Mike Carr, good luck to all coaches and competitors. We hope everyone will enjoy tonight's event in the spirit of positive sportsmanship.
Welcome back, everybody. Zach Seeloff from OCAmedia here with you in the booth at Huntoon Field. A gorgeous night for soccer, and thankfully I remembered my bug spray for today. For those of you who maybe are fans of these kids but live elsewhere, if you're not in the Wisconsin area, it has been a rough season for bugs. Tons of rain has led to a lot of mosquitoes. But other than that, an absolutely gorgeous night, and as we've gotten a little later into the season, the sun is going down before the game begins, which is nice for us. We've got a great clear view of two great teams getting ready to take each other on. Brookfield Central sitting at 5-3, a 5-1 record in their conference of the Greater Metro. The Panthers 8-2, they're 3-0 in the Badger South Conference. They are on a 7-game winning streak, and they'll look to extend it to 8 against the Lancers of Brookfield Central. Those Lancers are on your right as we look at them. They'll be playing right to left in this first half, wearing their traveling white uniforms, white pants with blue striping, white socks, and blue numerals. Panthers in their home dark uniforms, black shirts with orange striping, black shorts, black socks, and white numerals. 45 minutes per half, and we are underway as Brookfield kicks off. They'll have the first possession, launch it down towards Garish Russell, who steps in front and immediately plays it ahead to Madison Kondua. Panthers underway early here. Zach Bennett kicks it across, and it's Carter Hendrickson. He is dangerous from on this near side of the field. Tries to center one forward to Russell. It gets a little bit past him, and Brookfield able to play it away. Good pressure from the Panthers. They always apply a strong, I call it forechecking pressure, which I know is more of a hockey term, but the soccer equivalent's putting pressure on their opponents in the offensive zone. Brookfield holding it here and trying to play this one ahead is Warren Trice. Trice on the outer edge, wanting to get one set up. Now gives it up and works around the corner, fires one in, and that one is played by Duncan Morgan, and he's able to just get back. Morgan stopped it initially. It rolled over his back, and they tried to put some extra kicks on it. It was George Katsonis of Brookfield Central, but Morgan making the stop. Zach Bennett now across midfield. A nice lead pass there. The Panthers try and play it into Bierke, and the loose one will go to Nick Borden before the Lancers are able to kick it clear. Garish Russell on the far side of the field. Back up to Borden in front of the Brookfield bench. And now Russell again. Into the first minute of play here. Madison Kondua, he's got a good look. Takes a shot. And that is going to be gathered up by Daniel Yerk, the goaltender, wearing that traffic yellow outfit. Goaltenders like to get creative with their outfits. They get to play in separate colors as Brookfield works it in their defensive zone. Scoreless here at Huntoon Memorial as the visiting Brookfield Central Lancers work against your home team Panthers. Ian Moran with a killer header there of a kind of a floating pass in. McComb steps in front of another one. It's chipped into midfield, but it's going to be Brookfield that gathers that up. Physical play early here. And it's Bierke that comes up with the better of it for the Panthers. Zach Bennett, though, has it stripped away, that time by Silas Martins. And Martins works it up the far side for the Lancers. His pass too long. Nick Borden will put a shot on it. Forces the Lancers to retreat briefly and get back into position. Another solid defensive header from the Panthers, tracking these high passes well. And now McCombs will run one out on the far side. He'll find Madison Kondua. Kondua's got Hendrickson if he can loft the ball to him. He sends it his way, but a bit behind him. And it'll be Brookfield taking control. Hendrickson, big time pressure, forcing Brookfield to get rid of that ball, but they do manage to move it ahead. Now it's Zach Roscoe's taking it away, and Roscoe's finds Bierke. Bierke's got Conduas to his left, Hart Hendrickson to his right. Here's Hendrickson in a foot race for that one. And it is kicked out of bounds off of Carter Hendrickson, and that will be a Brookfield throw-in as we start the 3rd minute of this game. Brookfield Central getting the toss in. They lofted over the Panthers, but it is the Panthers that settle it down. Garish Russell moves it up to Roscoe's. He does a nice play on the ball. And that is tapped out by the defenseman, Andrew Rohde of Brookfield. Roscoe's will take the throw in for Oregon. Get it back to him on the one touch as he works in the corner here. Now finds Hendrickson. Hendrickson sends a centering ball in. There's Condua. Condua tap back to Russell, but it's kicked away by the defensive Brookfield. And now Brookfield hustling after it. Moran steps up from his defensive position for Oregon. And the Panthers retain. Condua stepping over that one. Still battling here in front of the Brookfield bench. Nick Borden engaged in a fight, and now he does get it out to Condua. Condua finds Bierke, but a good step in from the Brookfield Central defense. And they'll try and run with one here. Got some speed. The Panthers have even more, though. Garish Russell tracks him down from behind and takes it away. Russell, just a speedster out there. So many of these Oregon players are absolute monsters when it comes to running those sprints. Carter Hendrickson now at midfield. Bierke directing traffic. They drop it back to McCombs. Hendrickson's got Roscoe's running in the corner. He's got Bennett with him. Instead, he finds Bierke. Bierke steps into an open spot, leaves it ahead for Bennett. Bennett puts a foot on. It's blocked. Second chance is blocked away. Condua following into the penalty area. Madison Condua holding. Working it around the corner. Now chips it toward the net and just out. Ends up behind the goal. And that will be a goal kick for Brookfield Central, but the Panthers putting a little pressure on. No, excuse me, that one banged off a Lancer, so that's actually going to be an Oregon corner kick as we enter the 5th minute of play here, scoreless at Huntoon. Panthers do as they often do, just take a little tap on the corner and instead set up a traditional play, send one in, and it actually hits off a Panther. Losing his footing there was Carter Hendrickson, and able to gobble it up is Daniel Yerk, goaltender for the Lancers. Yerk taking his time. What's a nice charge into it. That was something that Watertown struggled with all night, was taking advantage of the goal kick. It didn't seem like they had someone whose leg they were real confident in. And so they ended up playing the goal kick just as a little tap off the goal line and tried to run it out from their zone. Talk about that more in a second. Here's Condua, a nice centering pass to Zach Bennett. Bennett steps up, fakes the shot, and now he'll retreat back. Give it off to Roscoe's. Roscoe's inside to Hendrickson. Hendrickson's got 3 men on him, but he puts the ball out for Roscoe's into Bennett. One touch it back to Hendrickson. He takes the shot, and he lifts it just high on the corner. Carter Hendrickson with a nice opportunity there. Did some good play to even retain the ball for Oregon. As it is, though, the shot goes high over the corner. Another goal kick for the Lancers.
We don't want to know unless it's going to be favorable.
They chip a light one out. That ball stays near the middle of the field. Borden putting on a little pressure. And now Brookfield goes for a long kick, but Johnny Coughlin gets a header in there. A nice little tap from Colin McCombs. This one's going to spin back towards the Brookfield goal. Loose ball. Hendrickson puts a hard one in. And it's Coughlin again. He'll send it back to Duncan Morgan. Morgan very sure-footed with the ball. He sends it outside to Borden. 7th minute of play here at Huntoon. Panthers have generated some good chances. And they're pressing again. Here's Condua. Condua flips up his man, gets some space, tries to center it, no good, but following along are his teammates, and Yerk gobbles up a fairly light shot from the outside. Borden didn't have much to do with that one. That was about the only option available to him. Yerk makes a good stop for the Lancers. Condua's little sort of double-step move really confused the defender. Made a nice play there, but wasn't able to get the shot by. Again on the goal kick, it's the Panthers getting involved. Zach Bennett will send it back to his defenseman, Ian Moran. Condua now on the far side. Gets a good give and go from Garish Russell, but it hits hard off his foot and is sent back into the Panthers' defensive line. Now McCombs with one man to get by. He finds Bierke. Bierke's got Hendrickson running with him. They do a little crossover. Bierke into the corner. He's got a step on his man. He's pushed toward the end line. Now turns it back around into the center. Couple of Panthers there. Bennett shoots. Bennett scores. Zach Bennett doing the job, putting it on the long side of the goal. He fired from the right side to the left corner. And at 8:09 in the first half, the Panthers make it 1-0. Beautiful play from Zach Bennett, Carter Hendrickson getting involved. The whole team really generating that chance. And the Panthers are on top, 1-0 here in the first.
Assist from Colin
Bierke getting credit for the assist.
8:09.
And we'll update our score overlay here. Oregon fouled on that play. They get the free kick. They play it in very quickly. That's the way they like to do it on the free kick. Now here's Hendrickson lofting one into the middle. Header comes down, and it's Bennett that's on top of it. And they're forced to send it back. McCombs with a perfect pass finds the open Zach Roscoes. Hendrickson near side, back to Roscoes. And Coughlin way up from defense, looking to cross it, now takes it in towards the middle. To the outside edge, it's Nick Borden. Borden, a good challenge on that one. But Brookfield able to play it away in the 9th minute. Brookfield's defense working hard there to get this ball clear. Now send it near side, this time for Andrew Rohde. Rohde sends a runner along. Coughlin is there. Good challenge on the near side. And the Panthers come up with it into the middle of the field. It's Garish Russell. Panthers a little confused in the middle there between Bennett and Russell. A good slide tackle from Brookfield, but the Panthers able to turn it back around. Kondua. Middle for Russell, and now the Panthers have some green space here. Garish Russell chips it in. Stopped by the defense, but there's Kondua. Kondua into the corner. Left-footed shot up and out of bounds. Kondua with a gorgeous shot, but Yerk gets a hand on it and taps it into the upper netting of the goal. It's a corner kick coming up for the Panthers after a strong blast from number 8, Madison Kondua. 10 minutes and counting here in the first half. Oregon leads 1-0 thanks to the Zach Bennett goal. Panthers look like they'll just take a little tap out of the corner here and run it in. Oh, they do elect to try and center it. Flying header from McCombs just misses. Colin McCombs like a missile, darting right towards that ball, not able to make contact. Brookfield Central comes up with it. Long pass into the middle. Good tracking by the Lancers. They control. Challenge from behind by McCombs. As they move it across, a nice play. Here's Bierke and McCombs coming. McCombs leads Bierke forward, and Bierke is just wrecked. Boy, you could see that one developing. Austin Ang of Brookfield Central, clearly unintentional, but you see two players coming at each other at that kind of angle with that kind of speed. You know you can have a bad collision, but Bierke gets back up. They shake hands, good show of sportsmanship, and the Panthers will get the free kick. McCombs leads a little fake on, and now he's going to go to the far side for Nick Borden. Work it into Garish Russell. Russell sends it back a little further back than I think McCombs was expecting, but he tracks it down and moves it ahead to Borden once more. Nice play from Nick Borden, and here comes Borden. Borden finds Bierke. Bierke rolls it along at the top of the penalty area. A great step over move, takes a tricky little shot, and Yerk swallows it up. I've said it about Bierke before. He is able to release that ball in a very deceptive manner. It is tough for goalies to really know when the shot is coming. He can put a little mustard on it, and when he has a screen like that where he's shooting around the corner, so to speak, using the defensive player as a screen against the goalie, that is a tough shot for goalies to keep track of. Yerk does a nice job to save that one and keep this at a 1-0 game. Bring in a couple of subs here. with 12:23 showing on the clock. Panthers enjoy a 1-0 advantage over the visiting Brookfield Central Lancers. Carlos Kellogg, number 23, checks into the game for the Lancers. Stepping out is Warren Trice. And a nice solid punt from Yerk, just about to the midfield line. Karish Russell working on the aforementioned Kellogg here, who holds it on that near edge. Borden trying to put some pressure on, but able to run out of it are the Lancers. Turning around is Richter into the middle of the field, and here comes Roscoe stepping up to it. Nice work by Bierke. He slid to the ground. But they're going to call a foul on Bierke. I'm not sure if he got a hand or a finger on it at some point as he was working from the ground. That was some nice play, I must say. Taking this free kick is Captain Josh Thistle of the Lancers. Lancers set up in the far corner of the penalty area, looking to take a run in. Panthers have their wall established. Here comes Thistle's boot. He chips one in. Morgan is coming there and gets a nice punch out. Morgan with a great punch, and the Panthers have a chance for a real run here. Zach Bennett finds Madison Kondua. Kondua at the midfield line is going to try and lead one along for Hendrickson, but it is a bit strong. Coming out and playing it is Yerk on a dangerous play, but there's McCombs. McCombs now to Hendrickson and into Roscoe's. Garish Russell there. Panthers getting it set up in the 14th minute of play. Inside to Zach Bennett. He's got the goal on the night. Assist from Colin Bierke on that play. And now we go all the way to the other side of the field for Nick Borden. Kondua finds Russell in the middle of the field. A little slide play to McCombs. McCombs elects to take the shot, shanks it a bit. It twists off his foot and out of bounds, and that's a goal kick for the Lancers.
Brookfield Central.
Just a little bit of sunlight still peeking through. We'll be fully under the influence of the lights before you know it. Gorgeous night out here at Huntoon Memorial, and a great night for Panther fans as they are up early 1-0 in this game as we enter the 15th minute of play. Panthers send this one all the way back to Duncan Morgan, and he delivers a nice shot. Goes quite deep. Header from the last line of defense for Brookfield. They grab the loose ball and work it back. Hendrickson taking away one of those passes, forcing him back to the middle of the field. Solid defensive strategy from the Panthers here. And again, a forecheck strategy, putting pressure on when they are in the offensive zone. Johnny Coughlin stepping up. He tries to get it to Hendrickson, a bit strong. And again, the last defensive line for Brookfield has control. Brookfield has had trouble establishing a breakout. Watertown had similar difficulties on Tuesday night, just couldn't really get a clean setup and rush forward. Nick Borden on the hard slide tackle, rides that one out of bounds, and he'll get the throw in for the Panthers. Solid form, good slide tackle from Nick Pirano of the Lancers, but Panthers will get the throw in.
Now in for Oregon, Zach Schultz.
Zach Schultz checking into the game here. 4 Zachs on the Panther team, and your broadcaster, a Zach as well. Another slide tackle. That one goes for naught, though, as the Panthers come up. And Hendrickson works it through midfield. Lifts one along, and here come the Panthers. Panthers running in a 3-on-3. Zach Schultz there on the outside with Bierke and McCombs. His pass broken up, and solid defense from the Lancers. Zach Bennett, though, doesn't allow it to get further out. Sends it near side for Zach Roscoe's. Oh, what a move by Bierke. Here's Bierke. He split the defense last night. Now he's got an open shot. Left hand. And a save from Daniel Yerk. That was almost a mirror image of Bierke's goal last night. Split two defenders, ran into the open. A left-footed shot, though, is stopped by some very solid goaltending from the senior keeper for Brookfield Central. Yerk keeps it at a 1-0 game. Here's Bierke again. He slides in there, and the Panthers are going to come up with this one. Hendrickson battling for it. Give credit here to Silas Martins, number 14 of the Lancers, doing a job on defense. Looks a little bit gassed out there, and now the Panthers do get a bit of a poke, and Hendrickson does come up with it. Calling for it is Bierke. He wants to turn around on this one. Steps through. Martins chasing him from behind. He's got Hendrickson on the outside. Finds him. Hendrickson centers it along. Right there is Schultz. Can't get to it, and Martins gets in front. Taps it back, and the Lancers run it out. Nice nutmeg against Roscoe's. Rolling to the edge, and Coughlin gets there. Finds Hendrickson as he trades places with Roscoe's. Bennett, middle of the field, and elects to chop it back to Moran. And they'll move it all the way to the far edge. You hear the call, wide, wide, wide. Good communication from the Panthers. Letting each other know what they want, and now they're running up the side at Zach Schultz once more. Schultz working hard against the defense of Carlos Kellogg. Now plays at midfield, and it goes all the way across to Zach Roscoe's. Roscoe's, though, with some open room here. He'll elect to take a shot in. Nothing doing, blocked up by the defense. This is where Brookfield has a chance to get a good run out. There's a nice step over move. That shot, though, errant, and the Panthers come up, and here's Bierke going the other way. Hendrickson running with him. There's McCombs, chops it for Hendrickson, but it is a bit strong, and Yerk swallows it. Oregon's offense getting some rushes, getting some shots, getting some opportunities. They've converted on one of them already as we enter the 19th minute of the first half. Yerk, another nice shot. His goal kick much improved over Watertown's from Tuesday. But so far, the Lancers have not really been able to ride one of those into Panther territory, generate a scoring chance. Move this one up to Martins, and he'll come up the near side of the field. Nobody but Panthers in front of that pass. Nice move from Brookfield, and they get it back to Martins. He sends middle of the field, that time for Thistle. Thistle, the senior captain. His inside pass is now stripped away, and here comes Bierke. Bierke tries to get it to McCombs, but nothing doing, and Martins sends it along. Working with it now is Rhodey. Rhodey, near side, cannot defeat Zach Roscoe's, who fires it off of Martins and out of bounds and gets the throw in for Oregon. Panthers playing very patiently on the defensive side, not overcommitting, not letting guys get behind them. So far, that has paid dividends. 20 minutes and 34 seconds on the clock. It's a 1-0 Panther lead here at Huntoon Memorial. Aaron Cluck coming into the game. Nice header from McCombs. He does that well, uses that tall frame of his. And the Panthers, Zach Schultz working up the near side. We're going to get a foul against Brookfield Central. I think for a second, Mark Nemchik thought about arguing, but nothing doing. A quick shot from the Panthers. Zach Schultz works his way toward the middle of the field. Finds Cluck. Cluck back to Schultz near the corner. Tries to center this one in. Won't get past the defense of Brookfield, but their return is too strong, and it's Roscoe's. McCombs to Cluck. And out back to Johnny Coughlin. Sending it in. They headed along. Kondua thought about a run, but I think wisely lets it go by. Yerk will pick it up for the Lancers. The idea was right there for the Panthers, just a little bit strong on the play. Coughlin with a huge header off of that goal kick, and we're dueling headers back here. McCombs in the middle of the field. Roscoe's ahead to Schultz, the Zach-to-Zach connection. Then they find Aaron Cluck. Cluck wanting a call, won't get it, and we'll play on. All the way to the outside edge for Kellogg of the Lancers. moves his teammates up. Being shadowed by two different Panthers here. Not wanting to give this ball up. And now forced to send it all the way back to the defensive line. Zach Schultz there to put a little pressure on, take away some angles, and they move it ahead. Jackson Goya. Johnny Coughlin stepping in front of one. Zach Schultz does the same a little further down. He's got Kondua ahead, puts it through the defense. Kondua tracking there, but can't beat two different players, a tall order, and Brookfield works it back out. Middle of the field for Cluck. A great little touch there. Bierke working hard. Eventually loses his footing, and Brookfield takes over. 23rd minute of play here at Huntoon. We're halfway through the first half, and it's a 1-0 Panther ball game against the Brookfield Central Lancers. Kellogg challenged aggressively from behind by Nick Gordon, and the Panthers take the ball away. Move it to Aaron Cluck. Spins off the foot of Zach Schultz. And out of bounds, that'll be a throw in for Brookfield Central. It'll be taken by Jackson Goya. Back to the defense of John Benchik. And here's Kondua. Kondua's got two teammates, now got three teammates with him. Puts it to the outside. There's Borden. Borden with a ton of speed. Back into the middle, and it is fired away by the Brookfield defense. Big collision there with McCombs. He keeps tracking after the ball as Brookfield works with it in midfield. Trip this one along, trying to get it to Matt Richter. Out of bounds, and it's off of Brookfield. It is an Oregon throw-in coming the other way, 24th minute. Panthers throw it in, try to get it to Kondua. Kondua turns on it, moving up the far side. And the Panthers will walk up and throw it again. Garish Russell and Ethan Vandermouse checking in. Sorry, that's a foul against Oregon, and so they will take a free kick here. Panthers taking their time on this setup. Here they come. Deliver it right into the penalty area. It's headed out by Brookfield. Vandermouse, though, follows it up and into Bierke. Bierke on the far side. Tries to dance past a couple of players. Panthers battling for this one. Brookfield not able to clear it out. Now they pick off a pass in the person of George Katsonis. Move it into the middle of the field. Katsonis to the far side there. The Panthers put a foot on. Takes kind of a funny bounce, and now here come the Panthers the other way. It's Cluck. Cluck finds Kondua. Kondua's got Zach Schultz on the other side. Feeds it over to him. Schultz puts it across the goal mouth. No good. Here's Cluck. The shot is kicked out by the defense. Oh, my goodness. Kondua put it right across the goal mouth to Schultz, but he had such a low angle, his shot does not find its way in. They eventually get it right in the middle to Cluck, and it is one-footed away by a Brookfield defenseman. A huge stand for the Lancers. That was about as close as you're going to get without making it in, and it remains a 1-0 game. Cluck lofts one out. It's stopped up by Mark Nemchek of the Lancers. Puts it toward the defense, over swinging is Moran. had a nervous look on his face. You heard a big O go up from the crowd, but Duncan Morgan, sturdy back there, makes a good stop. You heard one of the fans in front of us here saying, all's well that ends well, and absolutely. Here comes McCombs. Colin McCombs just works his way by Jackson Goya. Just physically overpowers him. Aaron Cluck here. Cluck working his way through the middle of the field. Johnny Coughlin with a nice little one-touch to Bierke. Bierke challenged from behind and shoved from behind, and that's going to get the call. And that will be a free kick for the Panthers. Bierke makes it tough on guys challenging him from behind. He can stop up and twist so aggressively that people are going to run into him. Zach Roscos in the corner. Lifts one in. Headed initially by the Lancers defense. Madison Condola will track it down on the far side. Condola, nice send into the corner. Oh, a hard shot, and it bangs equally hard off of the defense of Brookfield. Look at the run there from Josh Thistle, showing a ton of speed, but the ball is out of bounds off Brookfield, and it's a Panther throw-in as we get started on the 28th minute of play, a 1-0 lead for your Oregon Panthers. I have to say, particularly as the nights get darker earlier here and we lose some of the light, it's nice when the players make it easy to identify them. Aaron Cluck always has the jersey tucked in. Makes it easy to see him out there on the field. Speaking of, here he comes right in the middle of the field. He takes a shot and it spins off the foot and away. Out of bounds for a goal kick for Brookfield Central.
Goal kick, Brookfield
We'll bring in a
Central.
Panther sub at the same time, and it looks like Colin Bierke will check out, as I believe Zach Bennett comes back into the game.
Now in for Oregon, Carter Hendrickson, Nick Borden, and Zach
Oh, we actually had 3 subs there. Carter Hendrickson and Nick Borden snuck onto the field as well. So the Panthers change out a fourth of their workforce, and here comes Brookfield Central trying to get a rush on this one. Aggressively battling after it is Nick Pirano, but the Panthers take it away. Garish Russell, his pass broken up by Brookfield. Bennett putting some pressure on, puts a foot on that one. Ball still loose. And now it's Vandermouse trying to take it. He forces it out off of Brookfield Central, and he will get the throw in for Oregon. Johnny Coughlin just sweeps that along like it's nothing. Puts a charge into that ball with very little effort. Brookfield Central fires one along for a runner that, unfortunately for them, is not there, and Duncan Morgan will pick it up. Morgan fakes the throw, draws in George Katsonis, and now does the drop kick and puts some power onto that one. Look at this drop kick going. Nice midair kick, but there's Cluck trying to find Condola. Condola was leaning the other way, had a little trouble grabbing it. Fights for this one, and now Garish Russell comes up with it, and here's Cluck again. Cluck in the middle of the field. Working hard on the defense. That ball's still loose. I think both teams expected a call, nothing coming. Zach Bennett turns and throws one in, but an easy save for Daniel Yerk. 15 minutes to go in this half. Panthers up 1-0. They have threatened a number of times beyond that one goal, but combination of some good defense, some good goalkeeping, and a little bit of luck has kept the game at a one-score deficit for Brookfield Central. Lancers hold it back on their defensive line. Move it towards the middle of the field, and there it'll be handled by Silas Martins. Near side now for Goya. And in the middle for Pirano. Brookfield having some good ball movement here. Not terrible passing. Just haven't really been able to convert that into actual shots on net. Big step over moves coming from Pirano. He's double teamed in the corner. Stumbles over the ball, and now the Panthers grab it, and that might be a yellow card. And that is a yellow card issued against Nick Pirano, number 7 of the Brookfield Central Lancers. Kind of grabbed and threw the Panthers players to the ground. So the Panthers will get the free kick. Pirano is booked. He will come out of this game, head to the bench. (31-21) showing on the clock. It's a 1-0 Oregon lead against visiting Brookfield Central. John Oberst, number 19, comes in to replace the yellow-carded Pirano. And on a long kick out from Duncan Morgan, Brookfield Central sends it into the Panthers half, but out of bounds, and Nick Borden will take the throw-in. Borden ahead to Hendrickson, who heads it into the middle of the field, but the only person there is Silas Martins of the Lancers, and he controls. Cross to Kellogg on the far side. Aaron Cluck putting some pressure on Matt Richter. Richter, a nice running shot, but McCombs is going to get there. Panthers hold it inbounds, and now Nick Borden lasers one along to Zach Bennett, and here's Johnny Coughlin. Johnny Coughlin with a great move there and across to Ethan Vandermouse on the far side. Vandermouse sends one ahead to Kondua, spins back on him, and he's able to take this one, and now Kondua, the little open room. That ball stripped away, though, by the Lancers at the midfield line. Ahead to Richter. Richter in the middle of the field. He's got options. Kicks it along to Goya. Goya sends one off of Garish Russell. Moran gets a hold of that one for the Panthers, and now he finds Kondua. Kondua will run with this one. He's got Zach Bennett and Carter Hendrickson. Kondua, far side. One man to beat. Gets it by him. Stumbles a little bit as he collides with the defender. And Daniel Yerk comes off the line to make the stop. 33rd minute of play. Brookfield Central moves it back into the middle of the field. Cluck stops it there for Bennett. Carter Hendrickson. Nice little rainbow play to himself, and he elects to take a shot, pulls it left and out of bounds. A goal kick coming for the Lancers. Daniel Yerk getting a little water before he takes this goal kick. He has definitely taken his time on these, and I don't say that to be critical. We saw Watertown kind of working it quickly and not delivering the long kicks. Yerk electing to take a little more time, set up some much harder shots, and that has paid off. Coughlin, though, speaking of that, gets a nice play, and look at this lift from Carter Hendrickson. Last minute header save, and Hendrickson is knocked down from behind, and that will be a free kick for the Panthers. John Oberst guilty of the foul, and he replaced Nick Pirano, who got that yellow card. Some physical play from Brookfield here in this first half has not really worked out in their favor. Panthers take a quick one on the free kick. The one-touch attempt from Garish Russell does not work out as planned, and Yerk will pick it up. Fair number of Brookfield Central fans here tonight, which is awfully nice. I know it's a bit of a drive from the Milwaukee area, but it's great to have them out here supporting their young men as they clash with the Oregon Panthers. That time, that foul is going to go against Oregon. Colin McCombs putting a little shove on against George Katsonis, and taking the kick will be Silas Martins. He'll just drop it back to the defense. 10 minutes to play in the first half. Panthers with a 1-0 lead. Good slide in from Bennett. He's got Hendrickson running, and here goes Hendrickson. Hendrickson is behind the defense along with Kondua. It's a 2-on-2. Kicks it to Kondua. He has a chance here, turns on it, and it is blocked up. Blocked out by the defense of John Bowencheck. Hendrickson and Kondua with a huge run there and just could not quite get it to go, but the corner kick coming for the Oregon Panthers.
Oregon.
You will not see a lot of runs like that in soccer. That was a pretty one. And Kondua and Hendrickson, two of the fastest guys on a very fast Oregon team. Panthers drop the hand. They do loft in a traditional corner. Flying after it. Here's Bennett. Plays it with the chest, and the defense of Brookfield Central kicks it out. Tracked from behind. Garish Russell comes up with that ball. Works his way to midfield and sends it across to Borden. Borden up that far side edge, but the Panthers stumbled out there in front of the Brookfield bench, and it's a throw-in for the Lancers. 36th minute of play. We'll play to 45 here in the first half. It's a 1-0 lead for Oregon. High, a lofted ball from Brookfield, and Colin McCombs uses his height to get his head on that one first. Zach Roscoe sliding a little bit on the field. The field not inordinately wet, but it has just been a very wet summer overall. So it's kind of baseline wet, almost regardless of what the weather has been over the last day or two. And yesterday we did get a fair amount of rain during the afternoon. So could see some slipping and sliding out there, especially as this game continues on. Brookfield still having some trouble pushing deeper into the Panthers zone, working with it here defensively. Their passing has been fairly accurate, but the pressure from the Panthers, as in that with Colin Bierke, a situation where you maybe don't expect the pressure, and Bierke nearly picked off a dangerous pass from Urick, and there's McCombs stepping in front, and here comes Colin McCombs. McCombs taps it for Hendrickson. Now in a foot race to the edge. Oh boy, and he is gonna get booked for that one. McCombs puts the shoulder out. The referee has his card ready, and that is a yellow card for Colin McCombs. If we were playing American football, that would have been a solid hit, but association football, you can't do that. And McCombs gets the yellow card. He will head off. The wronged party was Mark Nemchik. He'll take the free kick here with 37:25 showing on the clock.
Now in for Oregon, Aaron Clark.
Cluck comes back into the game. He'll replace McCombs. And Mark Nemchik will take the free kick. Drop it off for John Bowencheck. Brookfield with a long one there, and they get it into Katsonis. Nice little sweep from Zach Bennett, sends it back out to midfield. Hendrickson nearly has a chance at it. And as it is, the Panthers do get it, and now Kondowa on the run. Kondowa might get to this ball first. He does beat him there, but overruns it slightly. He had to keep running in order to get a chance at it. The Panthers very nearly steal one there against the Lancers. Far side for Kellogg now at Brookfield Central. Less than 7 minutes to play in the half. Collision there with Moran, and the Panthers swat it out. It'll be Daniel Yerk, the goaltender, having to pick it up as it runs all the way towards his end line. Bowencheck of the Lancers. To Kellogg once more. Kellogg's been one of their more sure-footed ball handlers on that outside edge, but they haven't been able to make use of that and work it deeper into Panther territory. A one-touch maneuver goes to Martins, and he's forced to turn it back around to the defensive line. Pass comes in. Moran trying to get after it. The double team works with Bennett, and it's Bierke that eventually comes up with the ball. Moves it to the edge for Hendrickson. He'll trade with Roscos. Nice fight from Zach Roscos. He gets ahead on that one, and now Bierke finds a running Roscos. He's got a good step on his man. Roscos, edge of the penalty area. Fires it off, and they're going to say Roscos was last to touch it. It's a goal kick for Brookfield Central with 39:31 on the clock. 3 subs coming in from Oregon, 2 from Brookfield.
Nick Arano and Raza Kolpak.
Nick Pirano, who was yellow carded earlier, comes back in.
Colin McCombs.
And Colin McCombs, the Panther yellow card recipient, also back in.
Fishwild.
Zach Schultz and Jason Fishwild come in as well. Fishwild had a great game last night, coming in later on and doing some work on the forward end. McCombs at midfield. Great little tap, and here's Johnny Coughlin. Bierke works his way to the outside to maintain possession. Fishwild sends one in, but it is slammed out by the Lancers. A solid run coming here from the captain, Josh Thistle. Johnny Coughlin smothering him, and now Coughlin and Thistle chasing after it. Coughlin's man-on-man defense is outstanding as we are into the 40th minute of play here. Less than 4 minutes to go. Excuse me, less than 5 minutes to go. in this first half. Panthers with a 1-0 lead against the visiting Brookfield Central Lancers. Down goes Oregon. It's Bierke, and it's a yellow card straight away. This referee not wanting any shenanigans here. Immediately books number 22, who I apologize is not on my roster sheet. So 2 yellow cards against Brookfield, 1 against Oregon in this game. Referee doing what he can to keep the play under control. Moran will take that free kick and send it up the far side to Nick Borden. Solid one touch, and here's Jason Fishwild on the outside edge. Bennett put a hand up, but Fishwild not able to get it to him. Brookfield trying to run it out of their zone. Nice move on the inside from the Lancers. Now they blast one along. That is broken up by Oregon. Garish Russell turns on it. Russell finds Fishwild. Fishwild now has Bierke and Schultz, and they are offsides. Had a nice 3-on-3 break coming, but an offsides call, and that'll be a free kick for Brookfield Central. Panthers put some more pressure on, force Brookfield to send it back to the defensive line. Bowencheck holds there. So we're into the 42nd minute. Moran delivers a solid kick. He collides pretty hard with Draza Kolpak. But the Panthers have it now in the offensive zone. Zach Bennett shields it. He finds a way to get it into Schultz, and just running by was Colin Bierke. There goes Johnny Coughlin now on the run, and he'll let Moran take it. Moran's shot is blocked away, and that may not roll out. It just does get the energy, but the Panthers will have to take that throw in from right near their own corner flag with 42:32 on the clock. Lift a high throw out, finds Zach Schultz. Schultz sweeps it towards the middle. Zach Bennett trying to get after that ball is blocked away, and Brookfield Central holds. Oh, there's Zach Bennett again, getting in front of one, and now sending a runner along. Here goes Jason Fishwild. He's going to come together with Yerk, and Yerk will get there first. Daniel Yerk coming 25, 30 yards off the line and doing the only thing he can do with it with his kick it out of bounds. Aggressive goaltending and successful goaltending tonight from Daniel Yerk. 43-13 and counting. First half, just over a minute left to play before we head to the intermission. Throw-in gets a big header from Brookfield. Colin McCombs does a little shimmy move, lets it go out of bounds, and he'll take the throw. Leave it off. The Panthers will toss it in. Fishwild there. And I believe a handball, either a fall or a handball against Brookfield Central, so the Panthers get a free kick with 75 seconds to play. Can hear the wind picking up a little bit out here. Nice to have that breeze cool things off a little bit here in the evening. Exactly 1 minute to go as the Panthers drop the hand for their free kick. Send one in, give it a charge in fact. Not a bad angle, but it's just a bit too strong. Out of bounds for a goal kick for Brookfield Central.
Brookfield Central.
Brookfield tries to take it quick. 35 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Up the far edge, Brookfield can't track it down in time. It's out of bounds, and the Panthers will take the throw. Throw goes to Fishwild. Middle of the field, a little confusion there with 15 seconds to play. McCombs in a foot race against Thistle with under 10 to go. Richter will hold it to end of the half. And as we go into the intermission period, it's Panthers 1, Brookfield Central Lancers 0. After a half that I think it's fair to say was really a Panther half, but give Brookfield credit. Good defense, good goaltending. Kept them in this one. And they're only down a goal, despite the fact that I think the Panthers had the better of it in that half. You don't get style points, you only get points for goals. The Panthers have one, Brookfield Central has none, but we've got 45 minutes of soccer left to bring to you. Stay tuned. You're watching OCAmedia's presentation of Oregon Panthers Boys Soccer.
Even if they're a dollar, even if they're free. Oh, here, Greg.
Welcome back, everyone, to OCAmedia's presentation of Oregon Panthers boys soccer. After one half here at Huntoon Memorial Field, the Panthers lead the Brookfield Central Lancers 1-0. That goal coming at 8:09 in the first half off of the foot of Zachary Bennett. The assist going to Colin Bierke. There have been 3 yellow cards issued in this game, 2 to Brookfield Central, 1 to the Oregon Panthers. The guilty party on the Panthers was number 3, Colin McCombs. On Brookfield Central, it was number 7, Nick Perano, and number 22, who I apologize, but I do not have the name of. He is not listed on my roster sheet. But the referee clearly wanting to keep things under control, and since that 3rd card especially, things have been pretty quiet. So we get ready for the final 45 minutes of this game. Referee checks everything over, and we are underway. Panthers get the kickoff in this second half, and McCombs elects to loft one towards Madison Condua. Header from the Brookfield defense sends it out briefly, but here goes Colin Bierke. Bierke toward the middle, finds Condua. Condua's behind the D, but a sliding Daniel Yerk able to get there first. Give Madison Condua credit. He could have wound up and tried to take a kick on that and would have probably kicked right into the heart of Yerk. But now here's McCombs on a one-touch from Condua. Down goes McCombs on a killer slide tackle from Brookfield. And they send it out towards the middle of the field. Johnny Coughlin on the spot. As Brookfield looks to turn it around, the Panthers with 2 quick opportunities. Some good defensive play, some good goalkeeping play keeps Brookfield in it. And as I said, do give Condua credit. It's real easy to lose focus when you're right in front of the goal. But he pulls up knowing that he wouldn't be able to get a kick on the ball, that his kick would just go into the goalie, and makes a nice show of sportsmanship. If you're just joining us, Brookfield Central in their traveling whites with blue numerals. They're moving left to right on your screen. Oregon in their home blacks with orange striping, moving right to left, and Oregon guilty of a foul on that play. It'll be a free kick for Brookfield Central. Lots of action in the first minute and a half of this second half here at Huntoon Memorial. Brookfield getting ready to deliver their free kick. The hand drops, the kick goes right towards the goal. The header redirects it towards the outside post and out of bounds. Oh my goodness. Brookfield really popped that one up, a solid change of direction, but it is too far left and out of bounds. Panthers will get the goal kick, and that is the best scoring chance we have seen from the Lancers tonight. Duncan Morgan keeps this goal kick on the ground, moves it to the far side. Great little chip shot into Garish Russell. Russell finding McCombs. McCombs sends it toward the net, and Yerk will just gather it up. Hendrickson makes the effort, but nothing doing. Matt Richter there for the Lancers. Follows it all the way back and is forced to just deliver it to his goalie. And this has been a recurring theme throughout this game. Brookfield has held some amount of possession and has done a good job passing amongst themselves, but every time they seem to be threatening to move up, the Panthers step up and force them back. They decide to go for a long one. Josh Thistle delivers it towards the Panthers' defensive line. Johnny Coughlin there and will not let it by. And now here comes a solid run from Kolpak. And I think just losing sight of it was Josh Root. Not able to keep his eye on that one for Brookfield as the Panthers move it back into the Lancers zone. Midfield ball now sent along by Silas Martins, trying to find a running Richter. Look at Zach Roscoe's go tracking down Richter. They battle all the way to the end line. Richter reverses field and heads up towards his bench. And they're going to get Roscoe's for a foul. Followed a little too physically, and this is a nice opportunity for Brookfield. We saw them take advantage of a free kick from much further out just a moment ago. We'll see what they want to do with this one. They're going to send Josh Thistle, the senior forward and captain, to deliver this ball in perfect position for a crossing shot. 48:50 on the clock. We'll play to 90 minutes. The Panthers lead 1-0 against the visiting Brookfield Central Lancers. Thistle drops the hand. delivers the left-footed boot. It's a low liner, and it is blasted out by the Panthers. Thistle traps it on that far side, tries to send another one in again. Morgan right there, and just grabs it. Thought about a throw, and now kind of looks off the defense, and he'll deliver the drop kick. That one crosses over midfield, a solid header from the Panthers. But it's Brookfield that comes up with the ball. Ball loose in midfield, Garish Russell putting an aggressive attack on, but Brookfield holds, and now they get it ahead to Pirano. Pirano working on Coughlin. Coughlin sends it out of bounds, and it's a Brookfield throw-it. Draws a Kolpak on to deliver the throw. As we enter the 50th minute of play, Zach Bennett controls and ahead to Garish Russell. Madison Kondua now near side. Kondua running with it. He's got Garish Russell with him. Got Carter Hendrickson in the center. Kondua forced to stop up. Just fighting hard. Kondua thrown to the ground, and that is a foul against Draza Kolpak. Panthers will get the free kick. Kondua taking on two different Lancers. Thrown to the turf for his trouble, and the Panthers earn the free kick. Nick Borden to deliver. All of the Panthers on that far corner of the penalty area. Borden steps up, delivers a beautiful ball. McCombs is there, tries the header, no good, and Yerk gets to it before Madison Kondua can crash in. Beautiful ball from Nick Borden. Colin McCombs just not quite able to time the swing of the head. And Daniel Yerk comes up with it. The keeper for the Lancers doing work in there. Boy, another just monster header from Johnny Coughlin. He has been fantastic with the head tonight from his defensive position. Now Colin Bierke on the far side sends a runner for Hendrickson. Hendrickson plays that nicely off of Brookfield Central and out of bounds, and he'll take the quick throw. No, excuse me, he'll give that one off, runs back onto the field of play. Panthers to throw in. Zach Bennett chips it back. Now send into the center. There's Kondua. Kondua drops it for Nick Borden. He and Garish Russell, I think, a little confused on who wanted to take it, and that allows Brookfield Central a clean clear. Miranda Borden and now McCombs. Kondua, middle of the field. His man slips down. It was Carter Hendrickson on that outside edge, losing his footing. Colin Bierke. And Brookfield Central controls in the 52nd minute of play. High, back-spinning ball from Brookfield, but it will roll out of bounds, and the Panthers will take a throw-in. Throw-in is picked off by Brookfield Central, and they send it into the middle of the field, this time for John Oberst. Open up and try and get a runner to Pirano. He'll have the ball near the corner. Pirano step over. It's poked through by the defense of the Panthers and out of bounds. Quick throw-in coming. Garish Russell foots that one away. Colin McCombs blocking one up. Panthers breaking up some passing lanes, but not able to get a clean takeaway. Brookfield Central now sends one in. Good stop. And they move it to the far side. 53rd minute of play. Step over, and now Duncan Morgan is going to come out and just take this one. Settle things down a little bit for Oregon. They lead 1-0 here at Huntoon Memorial. Looking to make their current 7-game winning streak 8 in a row. They are currently ranked 7th in Division II. Out of bounds off Brookfield, and the Panthers will step up a little bit, take a throw. And we'll turn it the other way. Oh my, pardon me. That throw in from Brookfield finds nothing but Panthers. And Oregon works it back into the Brookfield half. That might have hit the back of the head of one of the Brookfield defenders. I'm not sure if he really saw that one. Works out in their favor, though, but here's McCombs. Garish Russell will send it back to the defensive Ian Moran. Moran's pass picked off and ahead to Pirano. Pirano working on Nick Borden, now double teamed, and it's McCombs that's going to be fouled from behind. And McCombs wants to just keep it playing. His attempted quick shot, though, is headed away, comes right back to him, tries to clear it in through the middle, and can't get it by Thistle. Thistle on a run here. He's got a couple teammates with him. He's got one man to beat. Thistle is just pushing his way forward. Oh, what a stop from Duncan Morgan. Duncan Morgan slides on the knee and plays it off the wrist. Oh, my goodness. Cuts down the angle and a killer block. Duncan Morgan's first real save of the night, and he does a heck of a job there. Josh Thistle, give him tremendous credit for the Lancers. A one-man run from his own territory all the way up to the goal box. But Duncan Morgan doesn't allow it, and now the Panthers have a huge opportunity here. Kondoa running with the ball. He's got Hendrickson to his right. Tries to play it in off of the defense, and it doesn't go. I think he wanted to pass that one through, but it is blocked up by Bowencheck of the Lancers. After a great Lancer run, the Panthers nearly counter with one of their own. Both teams having a good second half. Here comes Bierke. Bierke worked his way through. Gets this one to Kondoa. Kondoa all the way to the end line. Chips it in front of the middle, and just losing his footing is Hendrickson. Kondoa with a beautiful centering pass. But Hendrickson's cleats go out from under him. Can't get the foot on as we enter the 56th minute of play. Panthers with a 1-0 lead, taking a throw-in front of their own bench. And an offsides call against Oregon will lead to a Brookfield kick. Oh, I apologize. I thought he had signaled offsides, but that will just be plain old out of bounds and a throw-in for Brookfield. The Lancers through the middle. Now here's McCombs. McCombs through two different men. Out of bounds off of Brookfield, and it's a Panther throw-in. Brookfield working with it in their defensive half. Throwing his hands up is Pirano. I think he thought he had more teammates with him. Nearly getting in front with Zach Roscoe. He loses his footing, though, and here comes Brookfield Central. Brookfield Central to the edge, send one in, and cutting it off once more is Duncan Morgan. The senior keeper getting some more work in this second half than he saw in the first, and he has been equal to the challenge. As we get ready to start the 58th minute, it is still Panthers 1, Lancers 0. Here comes Russell. Good play with the chest. His poke forward doesn't go, but following is Bierke, and he'll hang on. Alan Bierke battling. He hangs on, puts it to the outside. Fire a shot in, and a leaping stop from Daniel Yerk. A shot from the far corner of the penalty area. A nice little blast, and Yerk times his leap perfectly, snatches it out of midair. Thistle will take it in midfield, whip it along to Kolpak, near side. Johnny Coughlin getting involved from behind, and the Panthers control. Bierke ahead to Zach Bennett. A beautiful move there. And now on the run is Carter Hendrickson. Hendrickson fouled. Badly fouled.
Corner kick
Oh, and they're going to say no foul. It is out of bounds off of Brookfield, and so we will get a corner kick. I thought for sure that was going to be a foul against Brookfield, but as it is, the Panthers will take the corner kick. Heading over there is Colin Bierke and Garish Russell. Aaron Cluck checks in, and actually he will replace Garish Russell, excuse me. So it's just Colin Bierke over there. Now Kondua runs in, and they play it to him. Back to Bierke in the corner of the penalty area. Takes the shot, doesn't make it through traffic. Bennett slows it up. Another sweeping shot, and Yerk able to track it in. Johnny Coughlin with a nice take on the left foot. But Yerk on the twisting shot that was kind of moving away from him does a good job to stay with it, make the stop. And here come the Panthers running up. Zach Roscos gets in front of one pass, but the second gets by. Thistle on the far side for the Lancers. Facing a one-on-one attack from Roscos. Out of bounds, and Roscos wants the throw. Well, they're going to say... we got a sub coming in. Okay, they're going to say it's a Brookfield throw. And they do get a sub coming in. Warren Trice comes in. He'll replace Nick Pirano for the Lancers. 60-28 on the clock. 1-0 on the scoreboard in favor of the home team Panthers. And here comes the throw from Brookfield. Trying to find somewhere to get a pass. The only where to go is back. Carter Hendrickson digging out some earth as he slips down there, immediately rushes back into the play. Oh my goodness, Zach Bennett throws that right into the face of George Katsonis. Katsonis looks okay, but oof, took a hard one. And here come the Panthers. Kondua, an empty net, and a goal! Oh boy, poor George Katsonis shakes one in the mouth. I was busy looking at him, and as it broke free, the Panthers get way behind the defense. Daniel Yerk, forced to make a decision, comes out off the line, and it is an empty netter for Madison Kondua and a 2-0 lead for the Oregon Panthers. .61-14 on the clock as Kondua bangs it home. And with less than 30 minutes to play, the Panthers extend their lead to 2-0. Jason Fishwild, Zach Schultz come into the game. Carter Hendrickson getting credit for the assist. He and Colin Bierke each have one. Kondua and Zach Bennett each have a goal. And the Panthers with a 6-point night, leading 2-0 here. Flying header that time from Warren Trice, keeping it moving. And here's Richter. Richter getting it ahead. Broken up by the defense of the Panthers. Nick Pirano runs into a wall, and Johnny Coughlin will send it all the way out. Brookfield controls defensively. 62nd minute of play. Send it to Richter far side, and he'll let it roll by. Panthers with a solid play here. Look to run it up. Zach Schultz, though, challenged. Ball is sent back. Nice play by Aaron Cluck to hang on for the Panthers. His pass, though, splits and ends up on a Brookfield toe. Handball against Nick Pirano, and that'll be a free kick for the Panthers. Out of bounds, and that'll be a Panther throw in from the far side as they get it moving. Oh, what a lifted play and a solid header. We're going to trade headers back and forth here. Now the ball's back on the ground. Panthers look to have a decent run there. Zach Bennett gets in front of that one and now moves it ahead, and here comes the Panthers. Colin Bierke to the corner, and it is poked away by a great little sliding defense from the Lancers. Bennett drops it back. Panthers all the way on the far edge. Running in front is Richter, but the Panthers still controlling. It's Johnny Coughlin with this one. Here's Colin McCombs. And now Nick Borden near side. Borden's shot spins off a couple of legs, doesn't get anywhere. Richter for the Lancers into the middle of the field. Aaron Cluck putting some good pressure on. Following him is Bennett. Steps a foot in, and here goes Bennett the other way. Leads a pass, and here come the Panthers with 3-on-3. Take the shot, it's blocked away. Schultz chasing after it. Tries to keep it in, he does keep it in, but Brookfield will get possession. Loft a high one out that's stopped by Roscoe, ahead to Bennett. Bennett chips it into the middle towards Fishwild. That one bangs hard off his shoulder. Panthers still hold. Here's McCombs. McCombs, top of the penalty area, trying to push his way forward. Left-footed shot, no good. There's Fishwild, though. And a foul against the Panthers. Panthers whistled for the foul, and Brookfield Central will take the free kick as we start the 65th minute of this game. 25 minutes to go. Panthers have a 2-0 advantage over the Lancers. Panthers just let that one go by. Morgan calling his teammates off, and he'll play it back the other way. And bus driver has parked over on that side and unfortunately left his strobe light on, which is somewhat distracting. Low line shot from Morgan. A nice play through by the Panthers. Slip sliding, but keeping his feet is Colin Bierke, and here comes Colin Bierke. He's got Fishwild to his left. Bierke now cutting right. Jack Schultz with him as well. Bierke toward the goal line, and it is taken off his foot, rolling towards the sideline. Held in there by Brookfield. Great defensive play from Brookfield on a one-man run for Colin Bierke. Here's Zach Schultz now working his way towards the middle. He elects to put one through, but there is Yerk. Makes a stop for the Lancers. Lancers lift one along. They haven't had a lot of success with those home run passes tonight. Those where you try and cover quite a lot of distance in a single pass just haven't seemed to be where the Lancers have needed them. Fishwild gets in front of this one. Nice pass into the middle for Bierke. Bierke some fancy footwork, and he finds Fishwild. Fishwild tries to get a sweep on it and lifts it high. That was a tough angle to approach that ball, but he had two men coming. Taking the shot was the right choice, but the physics of it meant that there was almost no way he was going to be able to keep that low. It skies over the goal, and it'll be a Brookfield Central goal kick as we get ready to start the 67th minute. Lancers take a short goal kick on this near side. Here's McCombs. McCombs fighting through with this ball. Great play to Russell, and now here's Madison Kondua. Kondua centers it. It's broken up by Richter, but following is Bennett. This one high in the goal area. Settled down by the Brookfield defense and sent all the way across midfield. Ian Moran grabbing it back for the Panthers. Ahead to Zach Bennett. And Bennett sends it all the way back to Duncan Morgan. Morgan's shot is nearly blocked away. Nick Pirano getting in front of it and forces Morgan to send it out of bounds. Nick Pirano showing there's never a reason to give up on a play. And Brookfield will get a nice throw in front of their bench along with a couple of subs. 68th minute starting up here as the Lancers throw it in. Middle of the field for Josh Root. Pirano to the far side now. Hard off of Nick Borden. Out of bounds, but last touch by Brookfield. Panthers get the throw. Nick Borden standing in front of that one, taking it hard. Johnny Coughlin back up to Borden. He sends a long one. And it's a foul against Oregon. Free kick for Brookfield Central. Brookfield Central had a pretty good chance with one of these earlier. This one they send a low liner. It does get through and it is booted over the crossbar. John Oberst hit it, looked like with his right toe, and just launched it over the crossbar. That is the second free kick that Brookfield Central has had from just about that same spot. Both times have been very scary for the Panthers. The Lancers narrowly miss out on a score there. And it remains a 2-0 game in favor of Oregon with 69:45 showing on the clock. Colin McCombs has a pass knocked away. Brookfield Central seeming to have made some adjustments at the half, having quite a bit more success here in the second half than they did in the first. But they do trail 2-0 against the home team Panthers. So far, Duncan Morgan has done what he has needed to do, make a couple of very nice saves in net. Johnny Coughlin takes this one back to the end line for Oregon and sends it out of bounds. Brookfield will take the throw. Panthers putting some pressure on here. Madison Kondua getting involved. Garish Russell getting involved. Very aggressive attack that time from Carter Hendrickson to get things started. Brookfield does hold, loses a foot, but it is out of bounds off Ethan Vandermouse. Sliding down there was Warren Trice, but Brookfield retains possession. They send a long one in. It'll go to Ian Moran. Moran lofts one. That will roll out of bounds, but on the Brookfield side of midfield. They'll take their throw in there. 71st minute of play. Panthers with a 2-0 lead here at Huntoon Memorial. The wind has picked up substantially now. Getting some decent breezes here. Brookfield tries to work it out of their zone, but Colin McCombs steps in front, and now McCombs has one man to beat, but he will not do it. They get it back to him. He chips it in. Hendrickson in the corner, pulls the trigger, and drags it too far to the left, out of bounds for a goal kick for the Lancers. Lancers elect to keep the goal kick in tight. Work it out of their zone as we start up the 72nd minute. Johnny Coughlin, another one of these great headers from midfield, but it's Brookfield that controls. Trice's pass is picked off and moved over to Kondua by McCombs. Kondua right in the middle, kind of stumbling over the ball, keeping it away from the defenders, and now they send one for Garish Russell. Russell's going to track this in the corner, taking a little angle route on it. It's stopped up by the Brookfield defense and held in. Great defensive play from Brookfield Central. Colin McCombs now to Ethan Vandermouse on the near edge. He sends McCombs running. Runs into one of the defenders. Puts the ball through it briefly, but it'll be held by Silas Martins. Moran heads it off of the head of Nick Pirano and out of bounds. Panthers will hang on to that one. Some subs checking in. Zach Bennett and Nick Borden head to the bench. Zach Roscoe and Aaron Cluck come in. Excuse me, that's Colin Bierke. Throw it in towards Kondua. Kondua battles with his man. able to take it away. What a move by Kandua. Into the middle of the field, there's Cluck. Cluck takes the shot and it twists just past the post. Oh my. Madison Kandua is known for his striking, his goal-taking shots. But boy, can he feed the ball. He finds Aaron Cluck in the middle of the penalty area. Cluck makes a beautiful shot, puts some bend into it, but just a bit too much. It twists past the post. But now here come the Panthers again, leading it along. They've got a great opportunity into the middle. Loose for Kandua, turns, fires, and he just misses on the left side. Oh my goodness. The Panthers are pushing hard late in the second half here. We're into the 74th minute. Aaron Cluck misses the right post by inches. Madison Kandua misses the left post by inches. They're triangulated, and we have an enormous collision. The referee apparently not interested in discussing it. Play continues. McCombs, that was Colin Hendrickson. Carter Hendrickson gets back to his feet. Looked a little worse for the wear after that collision, but play continues on. Bierke on an aggressive challenge. It's Brookfield Central that comes up with it. They're going to get a foul against Zach Roscos, and that'll be a Brookfield free kick. Now, this is a little further out than the two that Brookfield has had to this point, but they've been dangerous on free kicks from the offensive half, so the Panthers can certainly not sleep on this one. 75 minutes exactly on the clock, only 15 minutes to play. The Panthers with a 2-0 lead on the Brookfield Central Lancers. Brookfield elects to keep this one on the ground. Taken there by Martins and moved ahead to Pirano. Panthers steal it away. It's McCombs. All the way back to Duncan Morgan. Morgan got on top of that one a little, and Brookfield picks it up. In the middle of the field, though, McCombs strips it away, and now here's Garish Russell. Russell has Kandua running free. He's being chased hard from behind, still fighting for this ball. Now gets it to Kandua in the corner, and Russell is fouled, and that's going to be a yellow card against the captain, Josh Thistle. Russell got kind of arm-barred and taken down there, and so the Panthers with a great free kick opportunity of their own. Colin McCombs will be the man to take this kick as the Panthers look to set up on the far corner of the penalty area. 75-41 showing on the clock. Josh Thistle, as I mentioned, guilty of the yellow card violation. 3 yellow cards against Brookfield in this game, 1 against the Panthers. 4 subs come in for Brookfield Central.
Stephen Roskowski. Gabe Thistle. And in for Oregon, Zach Fulmer.
Zach Fulmer, number 9, checking in for the Panthers as Colin McCombs gets ready to take this one. Sets up his run. Referee blows it in. Combs lifts it towards that corner. Panthers headed into the middle. The ball is loose there. Defense doesn't clear it out quite cleanly. It's still rattling around. Big fight between 2 players. Feet get tangled up, and here's Kandua. Kandua lifts one, and a huge header. Oh boy, that one had Colin Bierke written all over it. Tremendous defensive header from Brookfield Central. Keeps it from getting to him. 76th minute of play here. Bierke trying to steal this one away. He does, and here comes Colin Bierke. Kandua in the middle. Bierke to the goal area. Turns, fires, hits the outside of the netting. No good. Colin Bierke has done a tremendous job as a solo actor in this game. That one just misses. It hits the side netting on that far side, and it remains a 2-0 game. Ian Moran comes up. Hits one with a ton of backspin there. Battle between Aaron Cluck and the defender. McCombs, though, takes this one off the foot. And here's Bierke behind the defense. Bierke, one-on-one, around the goalie, the shot, and the score! Colin Bierke from Colin McCombs. The Collin-to-Collin connection at 76-56 makes it a 3-0 Panther game. Panthers have gotten scores from Zachary Bennett, Madison Kondua, and Colin Bierke. And they lead 3-0 as we are just about to start the 77th minute of play here at Huntoon Memorial. A perfect run out from Bierke. Panthers have 3 goals and 3 assists on the night. A 9-point evening. Getting some work done here as Brookfield has their best chance of the night. Can't get that one to go. Ball still loose though, tracking it. Now take a left-footed shot. It rattles off a couple of defenders and out of bounds, and that's going to be a corner kick. Shot coming in from Colin Hayden of the Lancers. And Brookfield Central will get a corner kick out of that one with 77-46 and counting showing on the clock.
Now in for Brookfield Central, Carlos Kellogg. And in for Oregon, Zach Bennett.
Zach Bennett comes back in for the Panthers as the Lancers get ready for a corner. Drop the hand, run it in, send a hard line kick, and Johnny Coughlin rifles it out. Silas Martins, middle of the field for the Lancers. Edge for Hayden. Taps it into the middle. Hayden once more looking to cross it in. He does. Brookfield can't quite settle it down, and again it's Coughlin getting it clear. Bierke back to McCombs. Panthers will run it up with 78:34 on the clock. McCombs through a lot of traffic. And it's Brookfield that takes it away. Martin's challenged by Bierke. He gets it. And ahead to Kondua. Ian Moran now settles this one. And he'll flip it over to his keeper, Duncan Morgan. Morgan steps into one, but backspins it a little bit, and it'll actually roll out of bounds. A quick throw-in coming from Brookfield Central. They get it to Kellogg on that far side. Has a nice little touch, but Zach Roscoe is able to ride it away from the attacker, and the Panthers turn it around. Still a 3-0 game here at Huntoon Memorial. The Panthers on top, looking to make it 8 wins in a row and improve to a 9-2 overall record. They're currently on top of the Badgers South Conference with a 3-0 conference record, and now Zach Bennett takes one away. Sends a runner along, and here come the Panthers. Fulmer back to the defense, and it's Bennett once more. Fulmer along that far side. He sends a nice crosser in. Kondua's got a chance at it. Kondua working towards the near corner. Can't get around the second man. That ball played clear. Middle of the field, though. Bennett dives in front. McCombs takes it, and the Panthers still retain possession. Kellogg getting in the way there, though. Clears it out for the Lancers. Lancers elect to go to the far edge of the field. Now bring it back in towards the middle. 80 minutes and 36 seconds showing on the clock. Less than 10 minutes to play, and here comes the Panthers. Fouled down from behind, and Oregon will get a free kick out of that one. Colin Bierke is fouled. It's another yellow card. This time it's assessed against Steven Roskowski. Well, Roskowski will head to the bench. The 4th yellow card of this game for Brookfield Central. 80:45 on the clock, and 4 yellow cards in one game. Certainly quite a lot to see in the high school game. It's been a physical matchup, there's no doubt about it, but Brookfield has been booked 4 separate times in this contest. 9 minutes and 15 seconds left to play as the Panthers get ready to take their free kick. They lead 3-0. Zach Bennett and Colin McCombs set up to do a little 1-2 switcheroo. And it's Bennett that takes it, shoots to the corner, it's the crossbar. Ball is headed up by Bierke. Still loose there in the penalty area. Swinging over the top is Fishwild. Now drops it back in. Here's Bierke into the middle on the right foot. Can't pull the trigger, puts it to the outside edge. Panthers got it there. Bierke again takes the shot and scores! What a sequence from the Panthers. Bierke gets his second and makes it 4-0 Oregon. Oh boy. The Panthers put together a heck of a rally there. Just would not let the ball out of the penalty area. Did everything they had to hang on to possession, keep it in tight. Daniel Yerk doing everything he could do to try and stop it, but it's just too much, and Bierke gets the strike. I apologize, I hadn't put the previous goal up when they were up 3-0. So I promise you this was not a 2-point goal. It was 3-0. It is now 4-0 with 81:30 on the clock, 8.5 minutes to go. Panthers up by 4 on the Brookfield Central Lancers. Lancers look to be figuring the Panthers out a little bit. In the 60th to 70th minute, they had some good chances. Put some scares in against the Panthers, but Oregon refusing to waver, continuing to put pressure on, and as they run with it here, here's Nick Borden. Borden gets the feed from Fishwild. He's got a step on his man, tries to stop it up, working it past him, still fighting for it, and in the penalty area, it is taken away. Solid defense, but there's Colin McCombs. McCombs, middle of the field, taps it out on the right foot, but nobody there, and the Lancers will have it. Wind picking up even stronger here. Apologize if you're getting some of that wind noise. With 82:28 on the clock. Shot off of Borden, but Brookfield Central still holds. That one settled down by the Panthers, and now here's Zach Fulmer. Aaron Cluck near side, ahead to Fishwild. Fishwild's got a running Fulmer, and he finds him on a gorgeous pass. A killer slide tackle, though, from Brookfield. Keeps the Panthers from advancing. Perfect form on that slide tackle from the Lancers. They break up the offensive opportunity. 7 minutes left to play in this game. Panthers on top 4-0 here at Huntoon. That ball's out of bounds, and it's a Panther throw-in coming the other way. Step, throw, and Brookfield picks off that one. Richter challenged from behind, though, and the ball is taken away by McCombs. McCombs ahead to Fulmer. Fulmer sends one for a runner. That's going to get towards the corner, and a one-on-one battle ensues. Brookfield running it back, and they force the Panthers to check it out of bounds. It'll be a Brookfield throw. Now a lofted ball coming. Turning around on this one for the Panthers is Ryan Taplick. In the middle of the field, though, is Richter, and he's got it for the Lancers. Zach Bennett takes it away, and we're going to get a foul on Oregon. That goes against Zach Fulmer. And so the Brookfield Central Lancers will take a free kick here with 84:30. It's 5.5 minutes to play. Off to the far corner. Trying to work it up the edge. There's big time one-on-one battles here. Brookfield opens it up, sends it into the middle. What a stop by Jason Fishwild. Fulmer comes in from behind, and he and Fishwild trying to run with it. Brookfield able to retain possession, but Fishwild and Fulmer doing a job on the defensive end. Colin McCombs now running up. He just muscles out of the way. Richter lead for Fishwild. Fishwild with a great play to keep that ball moving with him. Richter once again on it. Panthers step in front once more, but Richter takes it away. Richter, probably the smallest guy on this field, but he has had a big impact in this game tonight for these Brookfield Central Lancers. 4.5 minutes to play in the game. The wind is picking up so much now that papers are blowing around the press box here. You can see that tree floating in the wind up near the referee's hutch. A little bit of pushing and shoving there during the throw-in, and that foul going against Oregon. It'll be a free kick for Brookfield Central.
Free kick, Brookfield Central.
Less than 4 minutes to go. Panthers with a 4-0 lead on the Lancers as they move it up the near side. It's Kellogg. Kellogg working on Taplick. Sends it to the middle of the field for Richter. All the way back to the midfield line, and now they try and chip one in. Panthers with a great header out, and they've got some space to run with this potentially. Launch one for Fulmer, and Brookfield will just send it out of bounds to get some defenders in position. Panthers try and get the throw in past. A couple of successive headers, 3 in a row before it finally hits the floor. They get a fourth one on the first bounce, and the Panthers eventually come up with it, turn it back to the defensive side. They'll give it up to Duncan Morgan as we have less than 3 minutes to go. Run one along for Taplick. Taplick on that near side as it's gone by Cluck and taken by Brookfield Central. What a nice move out of midair that time by Ben Schaefer. But Kellogg able to stick with it. Boy, I thought for sure that would work for Schaefer. It was a killer move, but Kellogg now sends a cross all the way across the net. The header coming. It runs past the net mouth and out of bounds. Oh, boy, a beautiful cross from Kellogg. But the header didn't quite have the angle. It rolls right across the net mouth and out of bounds. Duncan Morgan will take the goal kick with 88:10 showing on the clock. 1 minute 50 left to play. Great header from Zach Fulmer. Gets it to Jason Fishwild. Fishwild's pass goes past Bennett as he loses his footing, but following it up is Ben Schaefer. Now Richter for the Lancers. Sends a lead pass. Kellogg mixing it up in there. Broken up by Ian Moran. Stout defense from Moran. Stops it with the legs. Taplick and Cluck put some challenges on and send the ball back. Still controlled by Brookfield. Minute 15 to go in the game. Panthers with a 4-0 lead. Brookfield all the way back to the midfield line. Exactly 1 minute to play as Brookfield runs it up. Good little turnaround block from Zach Bennett. Bennett electing to push forward on this one. Just be aggressive out there. .40 seconds to go in the game. Brookfield trying for one last offensive push. That one's going to run all the way to the end and out of bounds. And with 30 seconds to go, it is a Panther goal kick coming. They will obviously be in no hurry to deliver this kick. And with a 4-0 lead, no gamesmanship here. This is just how this one is going to finish up. Duncan Morgan trots out to his goal line with 15 seconds to play. Panthers will advance to a record of 9-2 on an 8-game winning streak. And as the applause builds, the whistle sounds. The Panthers score 1 in the first half, 3 in the second half, and they defeat the Brookfield Central Lancers 4-0. That is 8 wins in a row for the Panthers, the 7th-ranked team in Division II when they had 6 wins in a row. They've got 8 now, and when those rankings come out updated in a few days on September the 24th, I've got a feeling they're going to be a little bit higher than 7. They are 3-0 in the Badger South on top of that conference. Things are going right for Oregon here at boys soccer. Thanks so much for joining us. For everyone at OCAmedia, my name is Zach Seeloff saying so long, and we will see you next time. Take care, everybody.